How to think in English. A journey to fluency. Imagine this. You're in a cafe, and someone asks you a question in English. Instead of responding naturally, your mind goes into overdrive, translating each word from your native language, building the sentence piece by piece. By the time you're ready to answer, the moment has passed. Frustrating, right? This is the story of Raj, a passionate English learner who faces the same challenge. No matter how hard he tries, he can't stop translating in his head. He dreams of speaking fluently and confidently, but translation slows him down. One day, Raj discovers a life-changing strategy: learning to think in English. Let's follow his journey to see how he transforms his approach and becomes fluent without relying on his native language. Scene 1. Realizing the problem. Raj's struggle becomes clear during a team meeting at work. His manager asks him a simple question in English. But as always, Raj mentally translates the words from his native language. By the time he formulates an answer, someone else has already spoken up. He feels embarrassed and frustrated. That evening, Raj reflects on his struggles. Why does it take me so long to speak? He wonders. He realizes that translating every thought is the root of his problem. Determined to improve, he starts searching online for tips and comes across a powerful concept: thinking directly in English. Scene 2. Starting with simple thoughts. The next morning, Raj decides to experiment. As he gets ready for work, he tries thinking in English. Instead of saying in his native language, "I need to brush my teeth," he thinks, "I need to brush my teeth in English." While eating breakfast, he tells himself, "This is delicious." It feels strange at first. His mind instinctively wants to revert to his native language. But Raj keeps practicing. Throughout the day, he tries to describe what he's doing in English. "I'm walking to the bus stop. I need to buy a ticket." These small steps help him begin to shift his thought process. Learning tip 1. Narrate your day. Like Raj, start narrating your day in English. Use simple sentences to describe your actions, thoughts, and surroundings. For example, "I'm making tea. The weather is cold today. I need to call my friend." By turning everyday activities into English thinking practice, you'll slowly build the habit. Scene 3. Expanding vocabulary with visual cues. Raj realizes that his vocabulary is limited, which makes it hard to think in English. To fix this, he starts labeling objects around his home with sticky notes. His desk becomes desk, his mirror becomes mirror, and his door becomes door. Seeing these words every day helps him connect English words with real-world objects. Soon, Raj begins to think in English without hesitation when he interacts with these items. For example, when he opens his fridge, he naturally thinks, "What should I cook today?" Learning tip 2. Use sticky notes. Labeling objects in your environment with their English names is a great way to train your brain to associate words with visuals. This simple trick creates a more immersive learning environment. Scene 4. Practicing self-talk. Raj takes his learning a step further by practicing self-talk. Each evening, he spends a few minutes talking to himself in English. He pretends he's having a conversation with a friend, describing his day or sharing his thoughts. At first, Raj feels silly, but over time, he notices that his sentences start flowing more easily. Self-talk becomes his favorite practice because it helps him build confidence without the pressure of speaking in front of others. Learning tip 3. Talk to yourself. Set aside time every day to talk to yourself in English. Start with simple topics like what you did today, what you plan to do tomorrow, describing a memory or a dream. You'll be amazed at how much this boosts your fluency. Scene 5. Immersing in English media. To strengthen his thinking skills, Raj immerses himself in English media. He starts watching English movies, listening to podcasts, and reading books. But instead of just passively consuming this content, he uses it to fuel his thinking practice. For example, after watching an episode of a TV show, he pauses to summarize the story in his head in English. When he hears a new word or phrase, he tries using it in his self-talk or daily narration. Learning tip 4. Engage actively with content. Engage with English content that interests you. After watching or listening, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How would I summarize this episode? Can I use this new word in a sentence? This active engagement helps you internalize the language. Scene 6. Taking on daily challenges. Raj realizes that to make real progress, he needs to challenge himself. He sets small daily goals, like thinking about his grocery list in English or describing his commute to work. Over time, these challenges become second nature, and he starts thinking in English automatically. At work, he pushes himself to respond in English during meetings, even if it's just a short sentence. With each small victory, his confidence grows. Learning tip 5. Challenge yourself. Set daily challenges to think in English. For example, plan your day in English. Describe a meal you enjoyed. Try thinking about how you'd explain your favorite hobby. These small challenges will help you build fluency step by step. Scene 7. Reflecting on progress. Months later, Raj notices a significant change. He no longer translates in his head during conversations. His thoughts naturally flow in English, making it easier to respond quickly and confidently. Reflecting on his journey, Raj feels proud of how far he's come. He realizes that thinking in English isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. It has helped him connect with others, express himself better, and feel more confident in his abilities. Learning to think in English is a journey that requires patience and persistence, but it's one of the most rewarding steps you can take toward fluency. Start with small thoughts, immerse yourself in English, and practice daily. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Each one is a stepping stone to improvement. So, like Raj, take the first step today. Begin narrating your day, talking to yourself, and challenging your brain to think in English. Over time, you'll discover that fluency isn't just about speaking. It's about transforming how you think. Keep going, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.